Hi, I'm Jack, and I will be presenting the wonders of the cell using the medium of biscuits, because the original plan to use the medium of interpretive dance didn't quite work out. So, let's start at the main point of the cell. This bit is the nucleus, and it consists of a nuclear membrane, which is symbolized by the burnt bit of my biscuit, which contains two membranes with fluid between them, and pores which allow substances through the nucleus. And it also contains this thing, which is made by chocolate buttons, which is called the nucleolus, and that's where you find DNA, and the DNA will house the genetic material, so DNA and instructions for making proteins. And then the nucleolus will also make RNA and ribosomes. And then speaking of ribosomes, we move on to the rough endoplasmic reticulum, which in real life would be covered with these things, which are ribosomes. But I kind of ran out of those, so yeah, it's not. But yeah, it's a series of flattened membrane-bound sacs called cisternae, continuous with the outer membrane of the nucleus, and studded with ribosomes, like that. And it transports proteins that were made on the attached ribosomes, which are attached there, and some may be secreted by the cell. And then there's another variant of this rough endoplasmic reticulum, which is the smooth endoplasmic reticulum, which would make lipids, and that doesn't have ribosomes attached to it. So yeah. And then we move on to the Golgi apparatus, which is a stack of membrane-bound sacs which receives protein from the endoplasmic reticulum and modifies them by adding carbohydrates. It packages these proteins into vesicles, which can be transported to the cell membrane, which is the edge of the board. Well, it's not, it's a little bit further than the edge of the board. But just imagine there's a big circular thing that's all squashy around the edge of this, and that would be the cell membrane. And then once the proteins go there, then they are either secreted or inserted into the membrane. Okay, pretty simple stuff so far. And then we have mitochondria, which are spherical or sausage shaped with two membranes, and the inner membrane, which is this part, well, it's not this part, it's the bit around this part, is folded into cristae, which enzymes for respiration are found there, and this central part, also made of chocolate buttons, is called the matrix. And these provide synthesis and ATP energy by aerobic respiration, which requires oxygen, obviously, because it's aerobic. And cells that require lots of ATP will have lots of mitochondria because they need a lot of ATP. So lots of mitochondria for big cells. Okay, and these little circular fellows, which there's one there, and there's one there, and they are called lysosomes, and they're just spherical sacs with a single membrane, and they contain powerful digestive enzymes which help break down materials. For example, white blood cell lysosomes would help break down microorganisms. And then I've kind of already mentioned these, but these are ribosomes. Well, actually they're Haribo, but they're supposed to be ribosomes. And they have no membrane, and they are sometimes on the endoplasmic reticulum, like this one. And what they do is that they synthesize proteins. So mRNA is decoded into an amino acid sequence using these little fellows, and that pretty much concludes our tour of the cell. And something you may have noticed, if you're scientifically minded, is that this is an animal cell, and we know it's not a plant cell because it doesn't contain a vacuole or chloroplasts, which are two things which would be pretty central to a plant cell, but animal cells don't need them, so I won't discuss those. But yeah, and also the final thing that needs to be mentioned is the cytoskeleton, which obviously would be it's around all of this stuff, but it would be so tiny, and it's a network of protein fibers which provide structure, strength, and shape, and allow the organelles, which are these things, to move. So, turn back around to me now. I think that is just about enough. So, yes, I think that we have just about covered the cell. So, I hope my informative video using Biscuits has helped to teach you about cells, or biscuits. Biscuits are good. Biscuits. Anyway, yeah, that's basically it. So, enjoy the rest of your day.